Looking at Square here today, on the daily time frame, you can see that we formed a little bit of supply right around in this area, and I'm looking for price to come all the way back down here into the daily demand zone that we have at right around 22. Okay, so we're just going to say it's 22 and below. This nice little daily demand zone is really where I'm looking for price to come down to before it possibly continues to range around or even goes higher. Okay, so if for some reason price does not come down to this level this coming week, then I'm looking for the highs to be taken out here at 28. Okay, but for right now, things seem like they're going to be going down. We really need to wait until today's candle end before I can say for sure that we're going to the downside. Otherwise, it's just a nice little wick, and we will march on up to the upside there. But if we can see tomorrow, if we can see a high above today's candle here, then I would say that we're going to go straight through the roof. Okay. Otherwise, we're coming down to daily demand. On the hourly time frame, we do have some support to break through down here at 24 even, as well as at 23.30 down to about 23.20. And as we're moving to the downside here, just realize that those are a few of the support levels that price really needs to break through to the downside. On the upside, we really don't have nearly as much support coming into place since it is an uptrend. But those are the two levels that we have to break before we get into this big daily demand zone down here at 22.70 and below. Today here on Fit, or the Fitbit, if you're familiar with that device for most phones, what we're looking at here is price is kind of ranging around a little bit. It has been moving to the downside over the long haul, but now we are kind of ranging around back and forth, okay? So on the big time frame perspectives, the daily perspective here, and as we're looking at swing trading this thing, I think it's important to realize where our extremes of the range are, okay? So we have the bottom of the top of part of the range here at $5.75 up to $5.97, okay? Now, if price breaks through this zone, more than likely it'll come up to this level, up just above it, starting at $6.15 roughly, okay? So as price comes up into this area, I would expect for price to come back down and then continue in its way to the upside. However, if price fails to break this supply zone here on the upside, I'm going to be looking for price to come back down here to daily demand and continue on with the downtrend. Right now, we are range bound. We have been in a downtrend, we're range bound now. It is possible to see continuation to the downside. If you think that that downside play is going to happen, this isn't a bad place to be selling at right now, okay? And then you would want to be taking profits down here at daily demand going short, okay, which is a nice and a little bit exotic way to trade, but it's been around for a long time, so you can make money in the markets by going long or by going short. And this setup right now would be a nice setup for a short if you could find a good entry point, okay? So as we come down here into the daily time, or into the hourly time frame, excuse me, we have a couple support and resistance levels that we want to be aware of. First off, we have hourly resistance here at $5.84 up to $5.93, okay? And that's where price is bouncing on right now. Now, if it fails to break this level, which I think it's going to break it, you can see price has been in this area many times. I think it might range around here a little bit, but overall, I think we're going to the upside. But if for some reason it fails to break it, then again, we're looking at daily demand for really good support. And the reason why I think we're going to break it is twofold. We've been in this level several times, and the second one is, look at the gap that happened here. Okay, like this thing gapped up with force, like massive amounts of force. So I think something new may be starting to happen. So those are my thoughts here on this market. Again, I'm looking more for this upwards perspective. So I would like to see this level get taken out here this week. And that's pretty much my thoughts on Fitbit.